Hey everybody, it's Daniel with Hyperacusis Hope. I want to make a video about some things that are kind of coming into my mind regarding setbacks and dealing with them. As some of you may know, today is, I guess, day 10 into a pretty severe, one of the most severe setbacks I've had in months from listening to music. I hadn't done it for 2 months because last time I tried even quietly, I ended up with pain and reactive tinnitus. Of course, I slept it off that time, but after making some gains and being able to go for, like multi-hour, like night hikes and stuff, still in the dead of night, but I don't know. I had one of those days where, well, physically, I'm getting back into shape, so I was like, man, I'm too tired to go hiking today and I'm gonna listen to some music. And you know what that did? It really messed me up. And so I guess the first thing I want to talk about, it's rather than focus on what a setback is, I'm going to talk about handling it. So there's things that can help. If you're able to do deep breathing, I'm able to. If I'm very quiet and don't allow, irritating noises, that can help, but we all know that can only help so much. But let's not forget those little things, even if you need protection for it, if you can walk for just 5 minutes, these little things can help shift the way things are flowing in the body. Literally, like you're getting more oxygen, your cells are communicating better, and it can also change the symptoms because your body is communicating better. So, I also want to really emphasize the importance of allowing yourself to just be like, damn, this sucks. Like, don't try to reject the fact that it happened. Don't try to reject the fact it sucks. This is so important. Accepting it, because if you're fighting it, it just makes it worse. Suffering is bad enough. There's no need to suffer the suffering, right? So just accept that, like, you know what? Maybe this is a throwaway week. Maybe I just need to wait until this gets back to normal. And even if, I think it's important to try to keep up the habits we can, but give ourselves a break and try to get through it the best we can. Maybe an extra little sweet treat or something, I don't know, whatever makes you feel better. But also it's important to recognize, especially, when you have tinnitus going or pain, it's so easy to fear that this is forever. And I think the most important thing is just to remember to be open to the possibility that it isn't. Remember previous times when things have gotten better, even if just a little bit, even if it took a long time. There's something in tinnitus science called salience. And basically, it's a subconscious process, but your limbic system, which basically processes, it's responsible for your fight or flight response. Basically, it kind of tags a tinnitus tone. And so if you're able to, or any symptom really, so even like a spasm, pain, if you're able to tell yourself like, hey, this hurts, this sucks, I don't know how long it's going to last, but this is going to have a beginning, middle, and end. This will get better. Those types of things can actually help it from getting as ingrained. And I'm not trying to be toxically positive, like just all mind over matter. Like, no, like today is the first day in 10 days that I'm really in a position to be able to make a video like this because of the physical and emotional pain that I've been going through because of this setback. Most importantly, try to be kind to yourself. Whether you knew better or not, right? Because we're human. We like to think we're illogical, but we're emotional beings, right? Like, I knew better. I knew I shouldn't have listened to music for that long, that loud. But you know what? A year ago, before I got this condition, that would have been something that I wouldn't even have had to think about. So the fact is, like, things are going to happen. You're going to have an obligation that you go to, and then you realize you shouldn't. You're going to expose yourself to a sound you probably shouldn't have. But the only way you really knew that is to do it. You know what I mean? So just try to be kind to yourself and learn. Use these things as data points. So that's kind of how I'm emotionally dealing with setbacks, and also trying not to be too emotionally attached to what, to coming back to baseline. Try to work with yourself and sort of allow yourself to ease into a new baseline, because it might not get perfect, but it's probably going to get better. So these are just some thoughts as I've been spending some very difficult days just waiting to go to sleep, because of the pain. So peace out, everybody. Hope this finds you well, and I'll talk to you later.